Come for me. Come down for me. Hey, carry this guy for me. Sorry. Nah, no laughing. Why you talk like that? Down for me. Yes. Be careful. Don't leave this guy like this for what? You can't. Don't kill me like everybody. Carry the guy. Yes. Move back. Push up. 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 Guy this guy, leave this switch out. I'll put your phone, guy. Guys, for me. Guy down for me. Guy down for me. Come. No, we don't can't go down. She can't go front. Hey, no go. Where my phone? Where my phone? Oh, yeah. Where's it? Share for me. Nagode. Oris. What happened? Yes, you are leaving. Let's go, leave boss. You might be the guy that call boss. How much is boss? How much is boss? If they don't think the boss, let it fan. That's human being's life. What if the guy the boss go? They carry one woman. They carry woman. That's football. They carry football. They carry football. That's football. That's football. That's my line. Offend not the guy one now. So, what's 99 now? You got to make my system. I think that you're fine. No, get no life. Hey, if I pump you, I know I can make God punish my life. Make I die. I know that's not abuse if I want to. Make I die. Bro, make I die. When I tell you to stop, that I will stop. Don't show the faces of those soldiers. When they stop there, they fear. When we charge. We just one policeman. We charge. They stand there like cowards. Police. Oh man. I think you also see. I didn't think I would be like hospital. Anywhere. Hospital, anywhere.
Greetings, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Tracy, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And now you be my the first offering of the day. Thank you so much. I appreciate my sister. Mm. Welcome, Michael. Hey, Rose, I see you. Greetings to you. Yep, he's the only one doing the job of the entire Nigerian security outfit. And here's the point I want to make with this video. VDM is a young man, okay? And we have so many Nigerians, men in that axis, Edo State, for instance. I would expect that would even ginger the young people. I would wish, let me not, let me put it this way. I would wish that the young people of Edo State, as a whole, from every corner, whether you are Auchi, whether you are Ora, whether you are Esa, Benin, you're Akoko Edo, whatever, all the young people will come together and find out how they can work with VDM to rid the land of terrorists and kidnappers. And then hopefully that will spread to every other community within Nigeria, taking a leaf from what VDM is doing. I'm going to play some other videos where people were saying, oh, don't buy for Nigeria matter. If you buy, you'll be forgotten like that. Well, you're going to be forgotten regardless anyways. You think that they will remember you, including me when they talk. God forbid, if anything happens, which I know, say now when God say, when my creator says time, now I go, I no go before my time, right? None of us will be remembered. Do you know what you'll be remembered for? Your contributions, and if they are that impactful. Not just say you donate money, you give person money, you understand? Now your the impact on humanity. You think VDM, yeah, VDM na human being, at some point everybody is going to expire. He's going to buy. But guess what? You see this act of service, it will never be forgotten. His name will forever live on the lips of everyone. Do you want to bet? If it's possible for you to come back 100 years from now and find out the state of Nigeria, you would see, you would know that what I'm saying right now is the truth. That man, that driver, I don't think he ever thought he was going to come out of it. That man laying down that they use tools on, okay? That was laying on the ground, helpless. That man was still breathing. Do you know what it means to save someone that like that at that vulnerable state? That man lost hope already. From nowhere, VDM show saved that man. Do you know what that is? I am hoping, that's my only hope. All those people that are calling him content, VDM is not perfect. There are things that he does that, we're human beings. I'm sure there are things I even do here that some people don't like. Do you understand? And they'll just walk by and just, nobody's perfect. You're not going to like everything that the person does. And I've said it here, VDM is rough around the edges. But does that mean this man is focusing on what is important? Oh my God. He's not distracted in the midst of heavy distraction. This man is not distracted. What you expect those that are even older than him to be doing, that's what VDM is doing. No? VDM is an ancestor that has come back to save his people. You don't understand. When we see people who are doing the work that a lot of us cannot do, can we please wait? Let's just give the person their due and say, you know what? Yeah. See how he was able to, say military people there, police was there. They could not do anything. They were shaking. They actually left them. They ran away. They leave VDM for them. VDM say you won't go collect tools, may enter bush, may therefore rescue those people. And they would have been able to rescue those people that were kidnapped. They chickened out. Eh? If you think, say, it no go happen to me, it can't be my family, it cannot be me. You know these things, the person, they know when they come hold person. You don't know whose door is going to show up on. I applaud him for what he's doing. No, honestly, I really applaud him. I dey watch him. Even me, I was gingered. I was not in that place. My spirit was with them. I was gingered. If I was there, I probably would have held a tool and entered the bush with them. That's how much gingered I was. Just watching that video. I was gingered. You see, when somebody is doing what is supposed to be done, right? You see how the courage it can put in people. Me, when they watch the video, I know they there, but I was gingered. If I was there and I had the tools, I would follow the entire bush. That's how gingered I was. When I not use kid gloves, hold VDM. Person when pass person, don't pass person, finish. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You can use his past to humiliate him as much as you want to. The man cannot be humiliated. He's not doing it for the applause. He doesn't care for your praises. He doesn't care whether you like him or not. He's focused on what he needs to do for humanity, for his own people. To me, he has earned my respect forever. Anything could have happened to that young man that yesterday. Anything could have happened to him. Those of us that are documenting will never forget. The communities that he has touched will never forget. I remember when the community was being harassed by the military in the same Edo State, who showed up for them? It was VDM. Is VDM the police? Are they the military? Your military is telling you to go and learn combat skills so that you can defend yourself against people with superior weapons. They never asked that man, Christopher Musa, who he really they work for. They never ask him. They need to sit and down and ask him. But do we have a government? No. Even your T-Pain, when Ajatu Mohammed, I think that's her name, asked him what plans he had for insecurity in the north, he said he can't do anything about it too, because they will buy him. That's what T-Pain said. That's what your commander-in-chief said. If this does not make everybody wake up in Nigeria and know that we're at war, I don't know what else will. I don't know what else will. I wake up this morning, I said, no, it would be criminal for me not to talk about VDM this morning and give him his flowers. The man is doing what a lot of, all the men when they do cho-cho-cho on social media, cho-cho-cho, Nigerian men, sit down, social media, now they get the most brilliant take pass for the whole world. May they come learn from VDM. They should come and learn. Not because they argue. They do cho-cho-cho. Go and learn. Una say una wan marry 3 wives, 4 wives. That's the only thing inside your brains. Go and do what VDM. You think say women no go dey lie follow VDM right now. There will be women begging for him to come, please come. Let us born for you, even if it's one. You no go need to toast woman. Abi una no know. I don't think it's polygamous in it. I mean, I don't know. Nigerian men, they say 99.9% of una dey polygamous, right? So, but even though women will be lining up now and say, VDM, come, no worry, no worry, just come as you are. Instead of sitting down on podcasts and talking about how you want to be a polygamist, how your forefathers were polygamous, and you forget that your forefathers had a different mindset. Their word was their bond. Once they say it, they do it. They don't do cho-cho-cho. Abi, you don't know. Your ancestors not they talk. All this talk one that they talk. Money tonight. They show the action. Most of them buy in the process of resisting colonialism. If you don't know. But no, make una dey do, oh yeah, you know, a man setatoto, 3 wives, 4 wives. That is all your brain. Other countries are moving ahead. VDM is the only one doing the work. I wish those of you that are sitting on podcast and talking about man and woman matter from morning to night will pack your load and go and join VDM. Then we will know that yes, na be real men. I have more videos about this to show. Let me play and then we'll talk some more. And then I go show this. I don't intend to come this live to this morning, but I had to. I show now.
VDM.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
VDM. This video when you do today, I don't know where you are going or where you are coming from. The comment section, I took my time and I went through all the comments on this video. I realized, if you buy today, you buy for nothing. The people and the country, when they make you, they put your life on the line, they don't appreciate you, and I believe they don't deserve you. Nigeria don't deserve you. If you look under this comment section of this video, you will see, a lot of people believe, even at this point where you put your life on the line for the sake of others, you put your life on the line for the patriotism in your heart and the love in your heart to see Nigeria walk, to see, evil under our society, to confront the mighty and high for the sake of sanity of our country. You see and say some people still believe, you be cloud chaser. Lydia, I know, you know, we're still here, but sometimes they pick and choose your battle. I even know, even at that, you don't get within this group of people, no one criticize you for. But I'm not going to make anything happen to you. I will see this kind of bitter comments about you. When me, you know, you get bitter heart, you truly want to see the country work. But some people just take upon themselves, no matter what you do, even if when you do these things, a bullet pierce some part of your body, they still be listening and cloud, now you the chase. He pay me when I go through the comment section, he pay me well. Say, man, someone like you, Nigeria as a country and Nigerians as a people, they don't deserve your kind of person. A different planet, whether they recognize hero, whether they recognize people when they get passion and patriotism for the country, now they deserve you. And United States and countries alike, and then deserve the kind of person you be. Nigeria, they be ungrateful human being, they don't deserve you. I beg, make sure nothing happen to you, because something do, it happened to you for no reason.
Well, for me, I have a different thought about that. I have already made it clear, but I'm going to repeat it again. Everybody is going to expire. Everyone is going to expire, and you will not be remembered. You will not be remembered. Everybody is going to expire. Nobody will live here alive. What you will be remembered, the only reason you'll be remembered is your impact on humanity. People miss it. Nigerians miss the point. Every time they keep comparing, oh, America, oh, before, you know how many people don't buy since even the great Egypt, when they talk about great empires that have been. How many of the people that lived in that empire do people remember? How many? How many? Is it how long you live or how impactful your life is? I mean, I don't understand. There are people who live 20 years on earth, but their impact is still felt till this very moment. And Brosali lived, I don't know how old he was. I can't remember how old he was when he died. But guess what? His legacy is still speaking for him till date. You cannot talk about Edo State without mentioning Ambrose Ali. You cannot. You can't. There's no way you want to. You cannot. Ogbemudia, the same thing. You can't. So it is not how long you live. It is the impact. How people felt your impact in the world. If you're blessed with long life and you live long, you have the opportunity to do more. But sometimes, in some cases, some people live more and start to make mistakes that will erase all the good work they ever did. I never seen them happen before. So all this sentimental, oh, yeah, people don't like VDM because they're jealous. The people who are envious that VDM has the visibility that he does. They're envious of this man's courage and integrity. They're envious of it. They know they cannot live up to what VDM is doing. So guess what? They will look for ways to pull him down. It's what we're seeing. We cannot ignore that. But you know what? You know what the great thing is? VDM is unbothered. He doesn't care about his haters. That's how you need to be if you have a purpose and you're focused on your purpose. You don't listen to naysayers. Because when the creator was giving you your own passion, your own vision for your life, no other person was there. So you ought to be deaf and dumb to critics. Does it mean that you're not going to listen to valid criticisms? Absolutely. You will take it on and you will weigh it and say, okay, well, Trusha, maybe I can do something about this. And everybody is growing. It's a process. Even the Bible, when Christians, they go run up and down about. Samson had a vision. He was the strongest man. He had a purpose. The strongest man, destroying people, right? According to the Bible story. Now, what happened to Samson? Now, woman, now it happened to Samson. But he still accomplished what he's supposed to accomplish. I mean, not accomplish. He still accomplished. You understand? So all these sentiments of, oh, when you buy now, the man is not going to buy a nobody spy. That's the funny thing. He's not going to buy. If anything happens to VDM now, the whole world go shut down. I mean, una no know. The whole world, people that have been. Do you know that this whole Dangote, the visibility has gone to Dangote truck drivers and the truck. International, I think in the US Embassy or whichever international body, I can't remember now. They don't say they go stop to the higher truck drivers from Nigeria because of waiting that VDM videos don't bring attention to. You people think that this guy, una they look am, when they say a prophet is not respected in his hometown, that's what is happening to VDM. Oh my God. You people don't know the impact the man is having, not just in that small village, not in small Edo State. He's having it the whole world round. I'm telling you now for free, if anything happen to VDM, even your president not go get the kind visibility when VDM go get. Take it to the bank. The man has written his name in platinum gold. He has written it boldly. If anything happened to him today, your president will not have the type of visibility VDM will have. We pay attention to irrelevant things. Minute, insignificant things. Of what use is life if you cannot impact humanity with it? Of what use is it? You just become like a glutton. They eat for front, they eat for back, they eat for eye, they eat for nose. You go blow up one day. Nobody go know say you ever exist. You know how many rich people don't buy? How many of them you remember? Now by money, how many of them do you remember? That's the question. Nobody should be afraid of buying, because that one is guaranteed. There's no, you are not living, you are not going to develop wings tomorrow and fly out of here. Can never. The greatest people have died. Is it you? Who you call? Who will be? I beg. I bet we too they rate ourselves. That's why Nigeria is where it is, because we overrate ourselves. We think that we're so important. Oh, this is my life that I'm holding. So, of what use is this life? Of what use is your life? How are you impacting it? How are you using it to impact people? How many souls are you delivering? Life is about, look, the wealthiest people is not who has the most money. It is who has the most impact on lives, on souls, not who has the most money. Your money can't do shit. It's paper. It's a creation. You as an African, you are normally, as an African, you are a walking billionaire. You don't know? You as an African alone, you have so much wealth that your children's children not fit finish. You have the most fertile soil. You have the greatest resources in the world. If not because of the useless leaders you have. You go dey waka. Well, you know they notice Africans when they waka. Africans are natural royalty. If you see African, you go see the royalty inside of them. Wetin make you think say they hate una so much? Anyway, abeg, I have more videos. Make I not come. No, not carry me. May I not come talk the one. Hold on 1 second. No, I have one video coming up.
Verydarkman is a content creator. Go and create this kind of content. Yes, now. Go create this type of content for kidnappers then. You hear say that they kidnap somewhere. You hear say that they buy people somewhere. Go there. Go and create content. He's looking for engagement. Go create D1. Let me not call the other foolish one name. D1, go and create content. Please let me say if they call some policemen go, they go say no.
Esther, welcome,
sis. They will prefer to protect their life. Go and create that kind of content now. Go create. He's a content creator. Go create. He's a manipulator. Go and manipulate in the kidnappers' den. See blood for ground. In here say they suck. In here the sin. I just finished to watch my Arsenal match finish. We are they happy. Only to come online to see this guy. Men they happy. People like us we they watch ball. But this guy go live in comfort. He go inside field just to save humanity, to save life. The people he went to save, na papa dey there? No. Na mama dey there? No. Na family dey there? No. Who are these people? Strangers. This is the job of the Nigerian police, Nigerian army, and God. And some idiot go come aside, say this guy is creating content. Go and create this content. Just go and create it. No, now go do am. Go do am. Even the police there, but their mind not there like in day. Their mind not even strong. It's still there, they ginger. More they go for Edo State, not be governor, not be commissioner, not be SSA, not be anything. He just want see. If this guy is chasing clouds to the point that he's putting his life on the line, if D1 call this thing content, D1, somebody swear for D1 for me on the comment section, please. Just swear for him.
I don't see him. You know, so you know go fit. You cannot ignore what VDM is doing. VDM is the man of the century. If they're not recognized, and what about you? You recognize him. A few Nigerians can gather together and say, VDM, we are giving you this award. He doesn't need no freaking award from any government that does not want to recognize what he's doing. He doesn't need it. Let me play this follow-up video.
All right,
So I'm on my way to the hospital where we rushed one of the victims of kidnapping that was shot and left for dead by the road on our way from Auchi through the Akure road after Afuze. So I'm on my way to go and see how he's doing. But this lady on my screen, they are students of Auchi Polytechnic. They are part of the people that the kidnappers took into the bush. Yesterday they took a lot of people in the bush, the people in the Afemai bus. So the bus was parked on the road. They had already moved everybody out. So that guy, they shot him. And thank God, they said he's doing well now. So I'm going to check up on him. So first things first, I'm calling on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betoku. I'm also calling on the Chief of Army Staff, Oluyede Olufemi. And I'm calling on the Chief of Defense Staff. Please, I beg you people, deploy your men to go into those bushes. There are Nigerians in those bushes that have been taken away by armed kidnappers. Please, send your boys. They've not gone far. It's still very fresh. Those people are there. Those people are inside that bush. Please deploy your men. Please. These people that they took into the bush include women and children. Please. A whole bus. They took all of them. A whole bus. Please. The truth is that Nigeria right now, we are pretty much surrounded. We are surrounded everywhere by kidnappers, especially in this Niger Delta region. We are pretty much surrounded, not even only in the Niger Delta region, almost everywhere. In the east, it's happening everywhere. We are pretty much surrounded. But please, for now, this is still very much fresh. I am 100% convinced that these people are in that bush. So the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betoku, the Chief of Army Staff, Oluyede Olufemi, and the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, please deploy your men to go into those bushes. Thank you.
The funny thing is that
I'm on my way to the
and I will say this again. If Nigerians know what's good for them, they will come together, all the youths around that Niger Delta, everywhere. They go fast, everybody will sit down, organize tools for themselves to enter bush on their own and start to deal with these people. This is what they will be doing. Not be cho. This is what they will be doing. And again, let me just put this here. There are people who don't live for the applause. There are people who don't care about awards. Understand this. There are people who don't care for titles. You see all this, award, the best person of the year. Award, the civil. People don't care about those things. Because those things themselves, they come with unspoken terms that a lot of us do not see. Personally, I don't like awards. I don't like unnecessary praise. There's no need, I beg. Now, wait till they pain person, that person they talk about. There are people who are not moved by titles. I don't like titles. You understand? There are people like that. We have to understand. Because the world has made it look like, if you don't win Grammy Award, you are not yet the best. Now lie. Loriro. The best artists never won no Grammy Award or Tony Awards. I'm going to tell you guys for free. Some of the people who win this award, come find out what thing that they do. You go shock. Please. Mona forget award. VDM is not interested in anybody recognizing him. He's not doing it for recognition. The guy is not doing it for recognition. He's doing it because he wants his people to be okay. He has that spirit of patriotism. If only the young people will see this and no, instead they are hating on him. Now when he go show up for people doors, now they go come evaluating this VDM they do. That's the funny thing. Mona no vessel. Mona manage my this thing like that.
Messiah, if there are two persons I have seen that never disappoint in this life, they should be God Almighty, and us, Nigerians. Oh yeah, Nigerians, we never ever disappoint. We know they disappoint too. We know they disappoint. We are so predictable. You can predict in Nigeria anytime, anything, and it will fall down. How can you guys be comparing Gigi with Verydarkman? Like seriously, Are we making sense here? Like, are we okay? Verydarkman, a catalyst, somebody that fights for humanity, like someone doing the Lord's work. See what he has done at Auchi, or what he's still doing at Auchi right now. The whole Dangote driver thing and what have you. He has busted lots of them, lots of those drivers, not been true. He has exposed a whole lot to that we didn't know. To the extent Dangote himself had to apologize and actually promised that he was going to train 200 of his drivers. Send them to good training, how to drive and how to ensure their safety on the road. So they don't become continuous and continual collateral damage on the road at Auchi and its environs. This same act he has done has triggered the US. I just saw a while ago now. The US consulate has said over there in the US that they are going to suspend employing Nigerian truck drivers because most of them are not trained. Yep, that's what it is for men. That's what it is. That is the power and speed of information on social media. Don't mess with it. And you're comparing such a guy to a content creator who's telling you how to be stingy to women. Like, you need me to tell you how to be stingy to women. You need me to tell you that you are spending your money anyhow, that you're making financial mistake, as the case may be. Come on, man, let's get on this whole stuff, man. I've seen write-ups and, content like, oh, Gege has been more validated now than Verydarkman. Like, seriously, Verydarkman is not even looking for your validation.
Exactly.
That's what we don't even know. That guy don't even find validation. The guy just want to help humanity.
Exactly.
Even when as far in Auchi there, creating speed breaks and doing roads for the people of Auchi. Can you imagine? These are government projects. Governor for Edo State sent education commissioner go there the other day. You think say you don't know what he's doing? Come on, guys. See, let's always face facts and let's stop glorifying, mediocrity over reality. It's real, but mess with it, man. VDM, God bless him, my man. This evening, Ogu don't kill nobody. But if you don't take care, Ogu physically kill you anyway. Get out.
And I don't hear her. Everybody's having an opinion. Let's hear this opinion, this last one, and then we'll talk, and then that's it.
Just imagine civilian like Verydarkman. Then they motivate army and police to chase kidnappers for highway. Go check Instagram. Not be every time I want to talk. I just want to let you know say what they saw because no blog, don't post them now. I don't check out the whole blog. Nobody post them. But you say maybe you enemy bad now. Rest in peace for no one now. Anybody where they wish you bad now go before them. Go check. Now let you will get to Baba, you go suffer because they can't risk what you take today. Cause still save somebody for that same incident. Russia go hospital. Police get their own color, army own color, they not do anything. Now you will be civilian for they motivate them to chase armed robber, kidnap away the road. Jesus Christ. Tomorrow now say they manipulate. If you the man say create this kind of content, this is my call and content. Man I go create one. Now for only watch me I go just this kind of thing. Real life. Just
Right. Nigeria, I dey talk and see say we are at war. I dey talk am. If people like, they are still living in denial in Nigeria. Una no know say na that one make your T-Pain. Na that one make am dey uproot everything, dey thief all the money. Oh my God. They go leave una empty, high and dry. Una dey there. Hold on, no. They go leave una, they go fly on their private jet, go Oyibo land, where they go become slaves last. Because all that money when they thief, they go collect them for their hand. That's what your leaders don't know. They think say nothing go happen to them. May they go ask the people when they don't buy night to say they feel resurrect again. They go tell them wetin they experience in the hands of these Oyibo people when they leave their money for their hand. Sorry, this thing is a bit blurry. I'm trying to, let me see if I can bring it over here. Okay, it's better over here, actually.
Nigerians have no idea how much of a deep shit we are into.
Oh,
we have no idea. If we do, you see all this mumu that we are mumuing around, trading important things for trivialities. When we wake up, somebody accused me the other time. He said, "Why am I always referring to some Nigerians as non-living things?"
His Delta is Robo, Michael.
Who have no idea what is happening in their country.
For where, Gege, lie.
Problem, neither are they interested in the solution. They have no clue. How should I refer to such a people? Non-living things, of course. They are non-living things that does actually not exist. It's that simple. Okay, let's go. You see the news I'm displaying above? This is just the news I saw and I weep. It says, learn combat skills for self-defense. Chief of Defense Staff, which is CDS, urges Nigerians. Nigerians, you've just been told by the Chief of Defense Staff that you should go and learn a skill, perhaps taekwondo, karate. We should go to China to learn how to fight, to be able to defend ourselves when Boko Haram come, when bandits come with their machine, when the Fulani herdsman approach you in your farm with their AK-47, you should have acquired a skill like karate to be able to defend yourself against these people. Are we serious in this country? No, are we not joking too much? General Christopher Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff to the Nigerian Army, I salute you, sir. But this one that you are telling Nigerians, I know you are sending a direct message which every sane Nigerian should understand, that defending Nigerians, which is the primary responsibility of the government, is completely out of the equation, that there is no way out of it, that Nigerians should stop hoping on the Nigerian defense to defend the citizen. That is the message. And only idiots will not understand. I do. But unfortunately, if you're asking me to go and acquire a skill to defend myself against Boko Haram that had bombs, that have machine guns, that have all manner of weapons, how is a karate expert or a taekwondo going to defend himself against the Fulani herdsman in the bush that has AK-47? Is this not the same country where Nigerians, where the authority has refused to allow the citizens bear arms to be able to defend themselves? If you want Nigerians to defend themselves, I believe learning skills, karate skills, fighting skills is not the way out. Give Nigerians access to weapons. If I have a gun in my house, the moment I have shut the door for the night, anybody that comes knocking in an odd hour at their own risk. I've said this time without number. I think there was a time Senator Nedunwoko sponsored a bill to that effect. Say allow Nigeria to bear arms. But the Center for Arms Control Unit, or whatever they call them, declined it, citing useless reasons. That is the only way Nigerians can defend themselves. Allow them to have arms. The man that is coming to knock at your door at the odd hour will be giving you orders from outside. And the message is always, if we get there by force, you are finished. And you, out of fear of trying to soften the punishment, you go and open your door. But if those people are sure that you have a machine with you in your door, in your house, they will not even come. Some people say they will abuse it. That will be left for the government to control.
Guys, please double tap the screen to like, I beg, or click on the 3 dots to like.
This is, you have rules. But just let Nigeria bear the only way they can protect and defend themselves. Not learning skills. No combat skills can defend you. No combat skill will be enough for you, armless, to defend yourself against the man with arms. Is it possible? So please, sir, General Christopher Musa, you should rephrase this one. It doesn't fall into place at all. All due respect, sir. So my fellow Nigerians, I don't know what you think. I need to know your thoughts and opinion at the comment section. Meanwhile, share this video. See you guys in my next.
Can you imagine? People with AK-47, you want them to come and be fighting them with karate.
Fulani Oshun, Fulani Ekiti, Fulani Sokoto,
Yeah, if you already liked Rose, thank you. No need to like again. For those who have not liked, please double tap to like or click on the three dots to like.
Are you the only tribes in Nigeria?
Double tap the screen or the three dots on the side.
Profiling of a people. I'm a Fulani man. I'm a grandfather of 8 grandchildren. And we just have to speak the truth.
Oh, so he's Fulani.
The Bible says you shall know the truth.
Oh, wow.
And the truth shall set you free.
Wait a minute. So El Buba is Fulani? I didn't know he was Fulani. Oh, this man has been speaking truth to power for God knows how long. The man is full of ginger in his body. Hey! I did not know this man was Fulani. Oh. Wow. Let me play that again. Sorry, guys. Wow.
I'm a grandfather of 8 grandchildren. And we just have to speak the truth. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. As long as we continue to glouse over the truth, we will never get the answer. And I want to say this to our security men. Until justice is done,
thank you, Esther,
there will never be a solution. If you get a Fulani man that is a killer, deal with him as a killer. If you get a bureau man that is a killer, deal with him as a killer. And this will come to an end. But you don't give certain people advantage over other tribes. I respect the people that have hosted me, even though I am an indigene of Plateau State, because I was born here. My children are grown up. I have 8 grandchildren. But yet we respect the people we met on ground. In Maiduguri, my hometown, the people that come to meet us respect us. When the Boko Haram thing started in Maiduguri, it was us, the indigenes, the people, the Kanuris, who came together and said, this thing is among us. And then we started getting on, and then we raised the civilian JTF. That was how Boko Haram was dealt with. Kanuri man would bring his own children and said, Gashina ina chikin Boko Haram. And that was how we dealt with it. Mayati Allah Association, 80% of the responsibility of the genocide is on you.
Bam!
You have the 80% answer.
Bam! He says it. Yes. Mieti Allah.
And farmers clashes.
God will bless
intentional genocide, terrorism, and that must stop. It must stop. I'm not happy.
Thank you, Esther. I really appreciate. For those who haven't double tapped, if you have already double tapped,
my children, when they travel out and Fulani,
if you've already double tap, don't double tap, because if you do, it will take away the like. So if you have not already done so, please double tap the screen or click on the 3 dots on the side. You will see the like, share, and then click on the like. You see, and this man are Fulani. Oh, wow.
Here Fulani, there Fulani. I am a proud Fulani man. I am a proud Kanuri man. It's just like when Boko Haram started. We're not proud of it. Why should it be from Borno State? But then we decided to fight it. I am here to say, Nigeria, we are not honest to us.
Bam! Bam! Oh, the likeness when I get for the respect don't increase. This man don't they talk true since. Finally, somebody says it. The genocide is on the Mieti Allah group. Hey, talk it. People have been saying this thing, they come. Fulani everywhere. So this man are Fulani. Hey, me, I have very strong dislike for a lot of Fulani because of the crisis when they don't cause for Nigeria. No, this man are exception. I'm sorry. Make I play una first lady. Make una see in this thing.
I'm on a president.
He's the wife of the president.
Wife.
Una see am? Why people are dying in the hands of these people? How many of una know say Julius Malema he come Nigeria? Make I see whether I go fit play the video for now. You know say me I like Julius Malema. I dey like people leaders when they get ginger for body. This one is from make I see. May I go where me na Malema own I concern me abeg mo na no vex. Bam.
This possibility today, this becomes even more important.
I'm
for
going to
us
show
as
it on the
Africans,
screen momentarily.
because for centuries, our very existence has been unlawful in the eyes of the oppressor. Our indigenous laws have been treated as inferior to Roman Dutch law or English law. To be an African has meant that for generations we are not worthy of the laws and the rights that make us human beings. And for that reason, it was legal
and equally cannot generate a source of
abuse
income
us,
because
to
they cannot
enslave
prove
us,
that they are qualified
to
due to
enslave
the
us.
qualification being withheld. They need to
Sorry,
unlock
I
this
gotta
qualification
start from where because I'm here for Malema,
and
guys.
more dependent.
Hold on 1 second.
We are an organization that was, as our continent struggled by mind. They were crafted, sacrifice, intellect, opportunity to.
Did I? Looks like I did something with the speed. Okay, that's fine.
Julius Malema.
Yeah! Sorry, guys. Me, I like Malema. Now another ginger.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take this opportunity to greet the governor of Enugu, to greet the Sultan of Sokoto. Let me greet the president.
Welcome, Henry Gabriel.
Of Nigeria Bar Association. We are here because of your capable leadership, and we are happy that we are home here in Nigeria.
Please double tap the screen to like. Oh, double tap. If you have already double tap, no double tap again. I beg.
I further greet all members of the Nigerian Bar Association who are present here today, representing the legal fraternity of this great country, which remains
yesterday,
the
Tracy,
ally of South Africa,
or maybe this morning.
I'm humbled that you saw it fit to invite me to
Nigerian
give
time
an address to annual general conference, and by extension that you saw it necessary to invite the EFF to give this keynote address. I imagine it was not an easy for a group of members of the law profession to reach consensus on who will address them, because your profession by nature is one of robust debate and contestation. So I understand here today. I stand here today proud because I know I'm a product of a robust debate and agreement by people who find it difficult to agree amongst themselves. Comrades and friends, the link between the legal profession and the cause for liberation cannot be separated, because just like us, you are instruments of justice. While we wage our battle for freedom in the picket lines, through activism, protest, and participation in governments, it is you, the members of the legal profession, who interpret the laws we make, who practice the justice we seek to achieve, and who fight tirelessly for those who cannot defend themselves in the courts of law. It is a profession characterized by sacrifice, intellect, and a commitment to interpretation of the past in order to achieve justice, fairness, and victory in the present and future. For the activists, we have a history and dialectical materialism to guide us into leading society towards a better tomorrow. And for the legal profession, you have indigenous law, common law, case law, the constitution and statutes, and objective reality to achieve not only personal victory, but to establish collectively laws that will govern others for decades to come. Our duty, however, and primary responsibility is not to maintain laws simply because they exist as they are today. Our duty is not to be instruments of injustice and neocolonialism. It is to be agents of change, and this demands of us to be brave enough to identify unjust laws, speak out, and form part of those that work tirelessly for our judiciary to be of service to our people. I say this not to encourage anarchy or lawlessness, but to draw us back to the difficult truth and reality that at times the laws has been used as a weapon of. It has taken lawyers and activists to walk side by side, hand in hand, to stand up against laws that perpetuate the undermining of the dignity of the people. And we must all be alive to this history and this possibility today. This becomes even more important for us as Africans because for centuries, our very existence has been unlawful in the eyes of the oppressor. Our laws have been treated as inferior to Roman Dutch law or English law. To be an African has meant that for generations, we are not worthy of the laws and the rights that make us human beings. And for that reason, it was legal to abuse us, to enslave us, to steal our mineral wealth and oil, and to destroy and kill our heritage, history, and even our lives. The legal profession you belong to, the political system we belong to, the judiciary and parliaments were created without us in mind. They were crafted at our exclusion and built to sustain our suffering. We now sit in the corridors which were built to break the back and the soul of African people. The demand then from those who died at the hands of this institution that we now serve is that we transform them so that they become instruments of the people. The demand then from those who died at the hands of this institution to maintain the status quo. But we are here to make our profession serve the African child. I wish to remind you that it was once legal to come to the shores of our great continent and kidnap Africans and enslave us in foreign lands. It was once legal to rape African women and children because they did not have the right to dignity of their European oppressors. It was once legal to take our land and our minerals because, according to the law of the white man, we were not civilized enough to control our own land and our own wealth. In South Africa, our freedom, our oppression, our resistance, all had law at the center of it. Under apartheid, it was legal to restrict the movement of Africans to labor reserves called townships and to it. Under apartheid, it was legal to restrict the movement of Africans to labor reserves called townships and to teach us inferior education so that we could only be servants of white masters. All of those problems were legal. And it took brave men and women to say that if the oppression of Africans is lawful, then such a law is unjust and must be opposed. Today, as our continent is troubled by corruption, leaders who utilize state machinery to sustain their rule at the expense of the poor and the African lives in abject poverty, a question we all ought to ask ourselves is whether the time for the legal profession and the activists to once again stand up for what is right. We must all ask ourselves whether the time has not once again arrived for liberation to be achieved against the sale of our nation to recolonization, and whether this fight must not begin by reimagining our laws for the better. We must therefore reach into this deep history of resistance and solidarity which is shared by our two nations in order to achieve the goal of restoring the humanity of Africa and her people. My brothers and sisters, the humanity of Africa is at the center of what the EFF stands for. We are an organization that was formed in 2013 purely out of the demands of the people of South Africa who wanted an alternative to the former liberation movement to achieve economic freedom in our lifetime. We are an organization which is born out of the blood of slain mine workers in an area known as Marikana, where 34 miners were shot down execution style, and the 13th anniversary of their execution was this month on the 16th of August 2025. Yet the families have not seen any justice. No one has answered for this grave injustice. It is out of this deep pain and disregard for African life that the domestic workers, miners, gardeners, petrol attendants, street dwellers, university students, professionals, and ordinary people of South Africa demanded that we form the economic freedom fighters. We were formed to complete the liberation struggle, which was faced by compromise, betrayal, and corruption of the mission for the return of the land and wealth of South Africa to the hands of the people. As a result, we base our struggle on these lived realities and were guided by scientific ideological outlook of Marxism, Leninism, and the teachings of Frantz Fanon. Fanon, in the context of Africa, becomes most important as we face with a continent that is becoming more and more dependent on the former colonial master, and our liberation movement abandoned the struggle, which led to the formation in favor of life of opulence while the people suffer. We are Marxists because we believe in the inherent need of an alternative economic system to capitalism, and we use the science of dialectics to wage our struggle for liberation. We are Leninists because we believe in the need for a vanguard party of the people to lead the struggle, one which believes in internal democracy and the waging of struggle in parliament, the judiciary, and at the grassroots level. We are anti-capitalist, anti-imperialist, anti-racist, anti-sexist organization which believes in democracy and socialism as a means of uplifting ordinary masses of our people. At the foundation of the EFF are what we refer to as the 7 non-negotiable cardinal pillars, which are expropriation of South Africa's land without compensation for equal risk distribution in use, nationalization of mines, banks, and other strategic sectors of the economy without compensation, building state and government capacity, which will lead to abolishment of tenders, free decolonized education, healthcare, houses, and sanitation. Massive protected industrial development to create millions of sustainable jobs, including introduction of minimum wages in order to close the wage gap between the rich and the poor. Massive development of African economy and advocating for a move from reconciliation to justice in the entire continent. Open, accountable, corrupt-free government and society without fear of victimization by state agencies. These are briefly the guiding principles which make us as the EFF a revolutionary movement. Compatriots, the need to do away with injustice of the past demand that we create laws for the future. Because independence does not automatically mean that infrastructure of our legal system itself becomes independent. Our duty as lawmakers, as practitioners post-independence, demands of us to scrutinize existing laws and where necessary make amendments or even introduce new laws to liberate our people from the parasitic oppression that they are exposed to. The EFF, which has been in Parliament of South Africa since 2014, is engaged in this practice and we have been able to implement our...
Yes, this is why I switched to injection-free weight loss. I was...
Example of how we have interpreted what needs to change at the level of governance and legislation in South Africa to enhance the cause for liberation is to the introductions of the bills that were put before Parliament. The nationalization of the Reserve Bank bill, which seeks to place full control of South Africa's Reserve Bank, particularly monetary policy, in the hands of the state. Further to this bill introduced by the EFF in Parliament seeks to broaden the mandate of the Reserve Bank in South Africa, which currently has private shareholding, towards alleviating unemployment and curbing economic stagnation, which is due to the Reserve Bank conservative and financial sector-oriented policy outlook. The Public Finance Management Amendment Bill will in South Africa deal with the problem facing the whole continent, and that is the unregulated borrowing of the money by our government from the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. This bill, which we have introduced as the EFF, will require that National Treasury in South Africa first seek approval from Parliament to source foreign loans and establish transparency regarding such loans and their conditionalities. The debt trap of Africa to our foreign colonizers must be stopped, and that begins by regulating these loans that our leaders commit future generations to, because they will not be there when the colonizers come to collect. The Student Debt Cancellation Bill is a piece of legislation introduced by the EFF to ease the debt burden of young students who cannot access their qualification, seek employment using their qualification, or pursue postgraduate studies because their qualifications are withheld due to debt. Student debt is an obstacle to the youth who have no source of income because they cannot access their degrees, and equally cannot generate a source of income because they cannot prove that they are qualified due to their qualification being withheld. The need to unlock this qualification possesses a major opportunity to grow our expertise in our country and promote education to be at the center of our developmental objective. Insourcing bill seeks to do away with the exploitation of labor brokers and consultancy firms which are draining the public finance of government in South Africa. In our country, the most basic of service which ought to be conducted through internal capacity are done on contractual basis and at inflated prices. The policy of outsourcing is at the center of corruption as politicians establish companies to provide services such as cleaning, security services, accounting services, maintenance services, and many more to government at a ridiculous rate. How can you issue a tender to buy toilet paper? How come Director General doesn't know where the toilet papers are being sold and go and buy the toilet papers himself instead of issuing out a tender that is unnecessary? There are certain things that can be done by the government without involving the outside players. We don't want alcohol advertised in South Africa because they advertise alcohol through the means that is not a true reflection of alcohol. Why are you not advertising alcohol with drunkards and show people what alcohol will do to them? It cannot be that alcohol is advertised only with beautiful people at the beach. It must be a true reflection of what this will do to you. We have done the same before by banning the advertisement of cigarettes in South Africa, and what is to follow is alcohol. The EFF is also engaged in many other programs that seeks to empower our own communities and make sure that there is local procurement. Why should a prison in Enugu should go and buy vegetables in Lagos? They must buy where they are to promote local economy and to promote their own economic growth. We cannot allow a situation where people who do not come from where we come from are actually not benefiting from what their government can provide. Compatriots, I must reiterate once again that it is a deep honor to stand before you today in Nigeria, in Enugu State, a country that holds a special place in the hearts of all South Africans who understand history, who feel solidarity, who appreciate the sacrifice made by others in the cause of our freedom. Nigeria is not just another African country to us. It is a comrade nation, one that stood firmly by our side during our darkest hour. When South Africa was shackled by apartheid, when our people were murdered, imprisoned, and denied basic humanity, Nigeria rose as a giant for justice, placing South Africa squarely at the center of its foreign policy. Former President Salam Mohammed famously declared that Africa had come of age, that the continent will no longer tolerate interference from outside powers, and this still rings true today. Nigeria set up the Southern African Relief Fund, mobilizing its citizens to contribute to the liberation struggle. Even as it faced its own challenges at home, these initiatives raised millions of dollars to support the liberation of South Africa. People paid directly from their salaries to contribute to the liberation of the people of South Africa. Nigerian students sacrificed a portion of their income through the Mandela Tax, which supported an educational training program for black South Africans, and successive Nigerian governments never stopped in their material and moral support for South Africa's liberation. In fact, Nigerian government boycotted the 1976 Olympic Games and the 1979 Commonwealth Games in protest and in opposition to apartheid government. We cannot forget all those who stood by us during difficult times. Nor can we forget that when Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990, one of his earliest international visits was to Lagos and Abuja to personally thank the Nigerian people. This gesture, our foundation of a bond sealed in blood and sacrifice. However, this history must not remain in the past. This bond between South Africa and Nigeria must be carried forward into the present, not just in political sentiment, but in concrete economic collaboration. Both our nations stand as giants of the continent. South Africa with its industrial base, mining capacity, and advanced financial system. Nigeria with its vast population, vibrant entrepreneurial spirit, oil and gas resources, and cultural dynamism that has captured the imagination of the world. Together, we hold the keys to Africa's industrialization and economic independence. Consider what lies beneath our soils. Nigeria is blessed with abundant oil, natural gas, and growing agricultural sector. South Africa holds some of the richest deposits of platinum, gold, manganese, and coal in the world. Combined, we possess the minerals that power modern technology, the energy resources that fuel global industry, and the human capital to build a self-sufficient continent. Yet, both our nation remains trapped in neo-colonial arrangements where our raw materials are extracted cheaply and exported to Europe, America, and Asia, only to be sold back to us at crazy prices as finished goods. This is a cycle of dependency we must break. The path forward is clear. Nigeria and South Africa must industrialize together, build factories together, and process our resources on African soil. Imagine a joint program where South African mining expertise is combined with Nigerian oil wealth to create African-owned energy and resources conglomerate, one that refines, processes, and manufactures for Africa and the world. Imagine agricultural cooperation where Nigeria fertile lands provide food security for the continent, supported by South African machinery, logistics, and technology. Imagine a collaborative investment in renewable energy where South Africa's solar potential and Nigeria gas reserves are harnessed to build an integrated African power grid. Already, you have glimpsed of what is possible. South African companies such as MTN, Spar, Shoprite, and MultiChoice have made significant inroads in Nigeria, creating jobs and bringing services. Nigerian businesses, investors, and cultural industries have equally expanded to South Africa. Nigerian music, filmmakers, writers influence South African culture, just as South African universities and industries provide platforms for Nigerian talent. But this cooperation has been uneven and at times marked by suspicion and the painful experience of xenophobia. Let me be unequivocal here. Xenophobia is a betrayal of African unity. It is a sickness born of poverty, inequality, and government failure. But its victims are our African brothers and sisters. Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Congolese, and Somalis are not the cause of the South Africa's unemployment crisis. The cause lies in the untransformed economy of South Africa, which remains in the hands of white minority and multinational corporations who continue to exploit labor while refusing to industrialize. Attacking fellow Africans diverts anger from the real enemy, and we must educate our people that unity, not division, is the solution to the African crisis. If we want to end one-way migration, where Nigerians are forced to leave home in search of opportunity in South Africa, we must integrate our economies. Young Nigerian engineers should be able to work in Johannesburg, Gaborone, Windhoek, Harare, Cairo.
Teenagers are building businesses with AI, while the only AI you know is ChatGPT.
South African entrepreneurs should be able to set up in Lagos without suspicion, but with support as partner in the shared future. We must harmonize trade policies, align visa regimes, and build continental infrastructure that connects our people. We actually do not need a visa. We don't need a visa between South Africa and Nigeria. In the same way, we don't need a visa for our people to travel in their own continent. We are one. Both South Africa and Nigeria know the pain of colonialism. Both have faced internal divisions. Both have enjoyed the pleasures of global imperialism that seeks to divide and exploit and control us. Both know that the only path forward is Pan-African solidarity. We must reject the illusion that our salvation will come from Washington, London, Brussels, or Beijing. Our salvation lies here in Lagos and Johannesburg, in Abuja and Pretoria, in the hands of Africans who refuse to be divided. Together, Nigeria and South Africa can lead African continent free trade area, not as a paper agreement, but as a living reality that changes the lives of ordinary people. Together, we can demand fair trade trade, protect our industries, and invest in education, technology, innovation. Together, we can prove that Africa is not a begging power, but a continent of giants. We must prove to the whole world that we are not xenophobic with one another. Black people are not loved in Africa and are not loved outside Africa. We have a duty to love ourselves and show the whole world on how it must treat us. We cannot treat each other badly and expect other people to treat us much better. How you treat your own brother and your own sister, it's how you teach others outside how they must treat you. The unity of our continent is paramount, and we must never associate with any xenophobic agenda that perpetuates the divisions of Africa. Solidarity is what we need for each other. My comrades, as I close, I want to state that as Africans, our fight has never been confined to the borders. From the very beginning, the struggle of South Africa against apartheid, we knew that suffering of one oppressed people anywhere in the world is the suffering of all oppressed people everywhere. It was in that spirit that South Africa, during its liberation struggle, was embraced by Nigeria and other African nations, who declared that apartheid was not simply a South African problem, but an African and global crime. It is in that same spirit that today we say our liberation as Africans will remain incomplete if we turn a blind eye to the struggles of those who continue to suffer under occupation, colonialism, imperialism, and economic exploitation. It is this tradition of solidarity that compels us today to speak clearly on the struggle of other oppressed people. The EFF continues to stand firmly with Western Sahara, Palestine, Cuba, Haiti, the Democratic Republic of Congo as a commitment to international law and justice. In Western Sahara, Morocco's continued occupation violates the principle of the United Nations Charter and the African Union's Constitutive Act, both of which enshrine the right to self-determination. The International Court of Justice affirmed in 1975 that Morocco had no sovereignty over Western Sahara, yet decades later, the Sahrawi people remain dispossessed. In Palestine, we are witnessing one of the gravest violations of international law in modern history. The apartheid regime of Israel has for decades defied UN resolutions, the Geneva Conventions, and international humanitarian law. Collective punishment, the bombing of hospitals, the illegal taking of land, the killing of children, and the deliberate starvation of populations are crimes under the Roman Statute of the International Criminal Court. The world cannot remain neutral in the face of genocide. And just as apartheid South Africa was declared a crime against humanity, so too must be the international community recognize and act against Israel's apartheid and genocide. The importance of fighting on the level of the law was made evident in this case when the South African government took Israel to International Court of Justice to report their crimes when no other country will do so. This fight in international court was won when the court declared that indeed Israel was perpetuating genocide, a win that was necessary to sway some support away from Israel and to embolden other countries to speak out. This fight also led to the International Criminal Court to issue a warrant of arrest for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his Minister of Defense for war crimes. This is the power of the legal fraternity in the global fight for the oppressed. However, the ICJ pace is slow and final judgment on charging Israel with genocide has not occurred yet. We must therefore confront the uncomfortable truth that the slow pace of these proceedings is not accidental, but reflects a global legal order designed and maintained under white supremacy. International law is swift and ruthless when prosecuting leaders of the global south, yet hesitant and cautious when dealing with crimes committed by Western powers or their allies. This is hypocrisy we must name without fear. When an African leader is accused, indictments are issued overnight, sanctions are imposed immediately, military interventions justified under the banner of international law. However, when Israel starves children in Gaza or the United States, and if allies invade nations and topples governments, the same institutions suddenly discover restraint, complicity, and delay. As the legal fraternity of Africa, you cannot accept this double standard. You must be bold enough to create alternatives and fair systems of accountability that do not bend to imperialist interests. If the so-called international community is unwilling to deliver justice in real time, then Africa must advance its own courts, its own tribunals, its own instruments of solidarity and protection. Just as we built liberation movements when colonialism denied us freedom, so too must we build new legal institutions when the existing ones fail us. In Cuba, for over 60 years, the United States has imposed an economic blockade in contravention of international law, including the principle of non-interference and the sovereign right of nations to choose their social and economic system. Despite this, Cuba has demonstrated a profound commitment to human solidarity, sending doctors across the globe, including to Africa, welcoming Africans into their classrooms and participating in the liberation of the oppressed. Cuba never sent their soldiers anywhere to kill anyone. Instead, they sent their doctors all over to go and save life. The tragedy of Haiti is one of historical injustice. Haiti's revolution was first declaration of black freedom in the modern world, yet it was punished with centuries of economic sabotage and enforced debt. Contrary to any principle of justice, today, Haiti suffers from foreign interference, the denial of sovereignty, and the imposition of external governance. International law demands reparation, debt cancellation, and the withdrawal of foreign forces so that Haiti can govern itself in dignity. We have seen DRC not experiencing peace because of its mineral resources. We must stand with DRC and demand that there must be permanent peace in DRC and everywhere else in Africa. Because DRC without peace, it will never experience economic growth. We are because DRC it is. We are the people of Southern Sudan. We must make sure that no single corner of Africa there are guns where Africans are killing each other. Africans must always be together against the enemy forces who want to exploit our country. We are here today to reclaim our land. We want the land of Africa to be returned to Africa because it belongs to the Africans. We want the minerals of Africa to be returned to the Africans because that's where they belong. We want to build industries in Africa and process our minerals here in Africa. We've got the capacity. We must never allow the imperialist forces to divide us in order to take our minerals from us. We demand one Africa. We demand borderless Africa. We demand Africa with one president, with one currency, with one military command, with one parliament, because we know the currency of Africa will be much more stronger against the American currency. We don't care what Trump thinks of us. He will never choose a policy position for Africans. We are not subject of Trump. We must refuse to be subject of Trump. We must stand together as the world changes and show the world that Africa is one and Africa is equal to all nations, to China, to Russia, to America. We are not just a small nation. We are a big nation. We are not a dark continent. How can we be dark when we've got diamond that is shining amongst us? We are a shining nation. Thank you.
Guys, I'm very glad I caught this. So this is a very good point to end the show. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. So Malema was in Enugu State, apparently for the legal program. That was good that he invited him. And I did see, I think, a picture or so, a video of Malema in Lagos as well. He was in Lagos. He met with Sanwo-Olu, I believe. You know, Malema has the heart of is in the hearts of a lot of us Africans. So much respect to him for coming. That was really, really good. Great point. I was hoping that they would also invite this lady. What's her name? Arikana, Dr. Arikana. I was hoping to see her. You know, how can we be dark when we have diamonds? I'm telling you, girl, that is word on my bull. In fact, now that one I go use for my next show. How can we be a dark continent when we have diamond? Literally, oh, literally, no joke. You know, I said it earlier. An African man is a billionaire, walking, talking billionaire. We just need to get our leadership right. That is it. An African man, you see, the resources under the foot of an African man no be here. I beg, oh, we need to get our leadership right. For those of you who have people back home and you have not told them to go and register, there's a drive for registration going on. Please get your people to go and register to vote, especially the young ones. It is my hope that you're sensitizing your people back home as well. They cannot afford to what? Give up. We only have one country. We cannot afford to give up. We can't. Nobody is coming to fight for us. Nobody. All right? Nobody's going to do anything for us. Now we go fight for ourselves. Now we. If we are not doing it for ourselves, nobody's going to give it to us. Yeah, she's from Zimbabwe. Yeah, she is, Dr. Arikana Chimbori. Yeah, I was hoping that she would get an invite. I don't know. Maybe they invited her and maybe she wasn't able to make it. You know, she's a busy woman. So she probably wasn't able to make it. But I really, really appreciate the work that the likes of Dr. Arikana Chimbori, Malema, all of them are doing. I really, really, really appreciate it, you know. So let's continue to send them our prayers. For those of you who pray, regardless of what you worship, please. This is where your prayers are needed. This is where your prayers are needed. Not be God give me money. When you are literally sitting on diamonds, you are praying. You see how Igbo people take confuse all of now. All of they turn to mumu. When I get wealth underneath una feet, they can't confuse una. Say make una dey pray for so one person to come give you money. Meanwhile, your creator don't already give you everything what you need for life and sustenance. Na the mumu wey carry una trabaye. Hey, God abeg o. Anyway, my people, also, let's continue to shine the light on VDM. I'm hoping, again, like I said at the beginning of the show, that young people from every corner in Nigeria, from the north, from the south, from the east, to eradicate the terrorism going on in their land. I hope they will come together and do something about it. Just if anybody was gingered, instead of hating on VDM, do your own. That is why they cannot get the guy, because he's not moved by anything. He's not moved by your accolades. He's not moved by your praises. He's doing what he needs to do. That is a purpose-driven person. When you see someone who's driven by purpose, nothing you say about them affects them. Know this and know peace. You can criticize them. If they consider your criticism worth it, they will take it. If they don't, they will trash it because they are on a mission. All right? There are people like that who come into the world, know exactly what they need to be doing. So instead of hating, why don't you go and find your own purpose in life and be busy doing it so that you will not have time to be hating on other people that are doing their own work? So my people, also Mona lift VDM up in prayers. I beg. The guy needs our prayers. He needs our support. He needs our, he needs us to continue to keep our eyes on him. Send him good wishes from wherever you are. You can send good energy from wherever you are. You don't have to wait to see the person. So may not be say we not talk. Wetin VDM they do na in purpose. You go find your own purpose. Go and, if you don't know, go and be finding it. Go and sit down and be asking yourself question. Okay? Because now you and as between you and your creator. You understand? Everybody get work to do. All hands on what? All hands on deck. This Nigerian situation is not up to me alone. It's not up to VDM alone. It's not up to any one of us on life here alone. It will require everybody coming together and playing their part and doing their own. That is it. And it's all tied to your purpose. You see, pay attention. Your purpose is always tied to humanity. Your purpose is never a selfish one. It is always tied to what? Humanity. If you miss the humanity own, you go to focus on how much billions you want get for your pocket. Omo, the person go buy as a glutton. That's it. You will be unknown. Nobody go know so you ever exist. When I don't see mansions when people don't want to get money where we don't build, leave behind, with no impact on any, they are forgotten like mists. They know they remember them. You understand? Even though that they try to elevate evil people, let me tell you, very soon, as people they know the truth, guess what? They're going to pull down the structures of those evil people. And I never see how they happen. Okay. When I not say I not tell now. I did not come to preach to anybody, even though today na Sunday. Now only Tracy now give me offering today, so I no go preach the rest. I'm just take this and run with it. Go and sit and find out what your purpose is. If your purpose is selfish, that's not a purpose. That's your own ambition. Okay? If your purpose is tied to humanity, trust me, it's a different feeling altogether. You are here as a solution to part of the world's problem that involves humanity. You are not here to come and accumulate wealth and use it to destroy people. That is not a purpose. That is ambition, selfish and demonic ambition. Now I make people go get money. They don't know what they want to take the money to do. They'll come to use the money till they destroy themselves. All right? Because no human being supposed to get that amount of wealth to himself alone. It's criminal. I know say some people no go like this talk, but it's okay. It's all right. Exactly, Esther. That is the message from church today. very much, guys. It's been real. Let me go do my stuff. I go see you now on my next one. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Thank you, Rose, Esther, Michael, Tracy, everyone that was able to join. I appreciate you all. Continue to like the show, please. And if you're watching this on replay, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.